Keron Rose, our Digipreneur, joins us live on the Zoom line, coming in from Thailand on this Tuesday morning, but it's evening time on his side, probably what, 11, 12 hours ahead, Keron?
Yeah, 11 hours ahead, so it's 6:20 p.m. right now.
My goodness. Well, Keron, let me get to the action immediately. I know it's probably dinner time, drink your tea and go in your bedtime just now, all right? But yes, man, great to see you as always, my friend. So,
yeah, man.
2026, a chance to rethink passports and visas when we want to access, I would imagine, resources, infrastructure. Now, when you hear visa, you hear access. Most people would think of, I would imagine, our neighbors up north, the US, even further north, Canada, England. These are places where the diaspora, as we would have seen over the decades, they always move in that particular direction. Are we seeing a change? Are we seeing a trend shift? Because clearly, with all what's happening, especially in the US and with the UK now giving us this visa requirement, Wales is an option, and these places we're thinking of new horizons. Is the visa requirement necessary? How strong is the Trinidad and Tobago passport, as it were, as a traveling man like yourself?
Yeah, so I think this is a very important conversation because what is happening right now is we are seeing geopolitics play out in real time. We see, the president of the US can wake up, make a tweet, and set the entire world on fire. So things are changing very fast, right? If the situation with Venezuela, because I don't think anybody, I think everybody agrees that this situation probably is far from over. But let's just say something does happen, right? If you do not have the right visas in place, we're pretty much landlocked because we'll be restrained from mobility, and we know we have problems with foreign exchange and TNT, where our money cannot really be converted or is useful when we leave TNT, right? So we need to start thinking about passports and visas, not just as something to travel, but we need to start rethinking them as tools to gain access. So for example, right? If you don't have a U.S. visa, even if it's a transit visa, then there's a couple of things that become a problem for us. One, we don't get to use the U.S. as an access point to access other places in the world, and that means that we might not be able to get to countries, or it's probably going to cost 2 or 3 times the price trying to get to other countries if we were not able to use the U.S. But also, with a U.S. visa, you can also open up U.S. bank accounts when you physically go there, personal bank accounts. Now, again, we have an issue with foreign exchange and TNT where we cannot convert our TNT dollars, but there are many ways for you to generate your own foreign exchange and have those monies now go into your U.S. accounts. That way, when you are trying to conduct business or do things beyond Trinidad and Tobago, you have access to foreign exchange.
Indeed. So, where does the process start? Now, I mean, there are many who would try for the visa, and if there's any kind of rejection when you go down to Marley Street, people become very despondent. They don't ever return. They almost, give up. Where else could one probably look to in this ever-changing world, and with, other places opening up?
Yeah, so beyond even just the traveling aspect, right? One of the biggest visas I think right now that we need to really pay attention to, because it does have some good benefits, is we know that typically when somebody wanted to go and migrate to another country, chances are you probably had to go and find a job, get a work permit in order for them to kind of sponsor and bring you over. But now we have countries that are rolling out around the world something called talent visas. And basically what these talent visas are is every country has taken stock, or any of the countries that are offering talent visas, they're taking stock of what skill sets they need internally. And if you can go and if you have that skill set and you could apply for that visa, not only does that give you access to that country, but then you're also going to be able to open up bank accounts in those particular countries as well, right? So it opens up job opportunities. So again, if you're somebody that has a skill set or you're not in your career path because maybe the career path that you were in is not viable locally, or it's just not going where it needs to go locally, but you are looking for international opportunities, start looking at the brand new talent visas that are coming out. Because in these countries, when you see yourself on this particular list of skill sets, again, getting able to get that visa opens up employment, opens up banking. But then again, if you do have issues where regionally we become this area of conflict or things are happening, being able to have another country that you can have a long-term stay in is probably going to be very helpful for us moving forward.
What about traveling within the region, within the Caribbean? Because I know we always hear of skilled labor, this CSME, CARICOM kind of momentum, where as a Trinbagonian, I guess I could pick up myself and probably go Barbados and start to do the morning show there. I could pick up myself and go to St. Vincent, Dominica, Antigua. Is that possible, or is that just on paper right now, Keron Ross?
So that I see it, and that's another one that we need to start taking a look at, because even from a regional opportunity standpoint, having the CSME not only opens you up for employment, but it also opens you up for banking as well. And again, we here in Trinidad are struggling with access to foreign exchange. Some of us have no bank accounts outside of TNT, but we are earning different currencies. We're earning US, we're earning euros, and that all gets converted to TNT, to TT dollars, and it loses pretty much all of its utility for us, right? So even having the CSME, that opens you up to regional employment opportunities, but also to banking in those other islands as well. That is something that we should be looking at. We really need to start being strategic and stop just thinking about passports and visas specifically for traveling. Because now having these things, I have two passports, luckily for me, a Trinidad and a Canadian passport, but I also have a US visa for my Trinidad passport. I also have a visa for Thailand, a 5-year visa for Thailand. So that gives you access to multiple countries. If you're somebody who is in business, but you want access to finance, to the banking institutions, and you don't have to physically go to a country, this is what Estonia's e-residency program is all about. Being able to register as an e-resident citizen, but that gives you access to all of their financial infrastructure, so that again, you can conduct business and you have access to multiple currencies beyond TNT.
What's the process for, you're out there in the East, let's say China, Hong Kong, those places, is it easy to, because I know you have to get a visa to go to Japan, and certain places, obviously, you need to get the access to enter, but let's say you want to go into work, where does one start?
So the starting point, right, is start looking at countries that you potentially would like to live in, right? I think what everybody should start doing is jump on Google or jump inside your favorite AI tool, ChatGPT, Gemini, and start looking up talent visas. And the reason why I'm highlighting talent visas in particular is because countries are laying out exactly what skill sets that they want, right? So that opens up job opportunities, that opens up pathways to migration, but again, it also opens you up now to financial infrastructure outside of TNT. Right now, we really need to start being strategic with these passports and visas, because we need access to the financial institutions outside of TNT, because we need to have mechanisms to access foreign exchange. We can't survive in TNT being a part of this global village, and our TNT dollars cannot be used outside of TNT. So jump on Google, start looking up countries with talent visas, start seeing what are the skill sets that they're requiring, and then if you have those skill sets, great. But if you are looking for something to get into, maybe you're looking for a career shift, or you want to guide your kids that are in school, start looking at what countries are requiring, because that's going to be a good thing for your kids or even yourself to get into.
Let me flip it a bit. For those who might want to come to Trinidad to start over, to build their career, is the framework here in place, especially within the digital nomad space? How easy is it for folks who want to come to Trinidad?
We haven't put any of that infrastructure in place. And this is a conversation that we have spoken about We know that both parties have campaigned on it, trying to make Tobago a digital nomad haven. I would love to see for us to do two things. One, if we were to take stock in terms of what skill sets we are lacking that are in the interest or that are in national interest, I would love to see us open up a talent visa, because again, the reason why countries are rolling out digital nomad visas or talent visas is to bring import talent into your country, because that's going to help the community. But then also, if you are bringing in, or if you are rolling out a digital nomad visa, again, these visas typically prohibit people from working locally. They already have to come with their jobs or come with their business, and they are now a cash injection into your economy while still protecting the local businesses. So these are things that we don't have. I haven't really heard any government, I haven't really heard our people in power talk about it since the campaign, but this is something that I would love to see moving forward in 2026.
Keron Rose, as always, sincere thanks. Have a great one, and God spare we touch base again next week.
As always, Jason, take care.
Keron Rose, our Digipreneur. Up next, we continue with our cervical cancer awareness conversation. That's right, conversations on cancer. Dr. Yasmin Hussein joins me next. Stand by.
So DJ, turn up the music, let me feel nice.